spinal mobility. Imagine this is your spine. You've got your back muscles down the back. You've got your core muscles down the front and wrapping around, joining to your ribs. And we're aiming to make this really flexible with this session. So it's not just strength that you're working on, it's getting more movement. So the first thing to do is sit like we normally do. And let's just go through small curve, big curve. So if you're doing small curve, notice how my shoulders stay this high. They stay over my hips, and I'm just drawing my core in. I'm feeling really tight through here. Then up we come, as opposed to just slumping, okay? So when you slump, you're squashing everything down. You go through small curve, big curve. I'm getting as much curve, much more tummy, but I'm staying nice and long through my spine. And up. So those are the principles that we're going to be using. Small curve to big curve. Do it with me. Small curve to big curve. Come up. Small curve to big curve. Come up. Take your arms out. Small curve to big curve. Hold a big beach ball. And then up. Small curve to big curve. Come on up. Small curve to big curve. Come on up. You're taking your arms here behind your ears. And it's small curve, big curve. Touch those elbows. Come all the way up. So you're changing the shape of your back from curved to very, very straight. Curved to very, very straight. Reach your arms forward. Small curve, big curve. Take those feet out to the corners of your mat. And when you come through, you're doing it with a bounce. Then you come back up straight. Small curve, big curve. Bounce your way through. Come on up. Small curve. Big curve, keep your tummy on, particularly when you're doing the bounce, and there should be no back pain at all. Small curve, big curve, bouncing through, and small curve, big curve, bouncing through. Now you're going to straighten your legs. So unless you do have a back problem, I would keep your legs bent then, but otherwise we're straightening our legs. If you want to add to it, flex your feet as well. It's the same, it's small curve, big curve. Bring yourself through. And each time you bring yourself through, tummy on, reaching that little bit further. Small curve, big curve, reaching through. Small curve, big curve, reaching through. Small curve, big curve, reaching through. So now we're going to do it on a slight twist. So again, just be very aware of your back and come back up to really tall each time. Your core stays on throughout. There's no rest, okay? So you twist it over your right leg like this, and you're going small curve, big curve. I don't want you to go very far, and then come through. Notice that I've slowed it down a little bit. 2. We're staying to the side. 3. 2 more. Change the shape. Bring it forward. Sit up tall. Change the shape. Bring it forward. Sit up tall. So now 5 to the other side. Small curve, big curve. Reaching through. Small curve, big curve. 2 and 3. You're still aiming to go further each time. Last one here. Through. Reach up as tall as you can. Bring those legs together. Point and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those legs. Keep the squeeze on. Flex your feet. Really pull your tummy on, because you'll always get further as you forward fold. Don't want your head to be down. I don't want your chin to be out. Just have your neck a continuation of your spine. So you're looking down kind of mid-shin here. Reach up as tall as you can, and then pull on your back. Notice I can go a bit further because I've used a bit more core that time. And then bring yourself up. Okay, so what you're going to do is take your hands, fingers out to the sides, and pin your shoulder blades. So we're practicing shoulders first, so relax those shoulders, and then pin those shoulder blades. Relax those shoulders and pin those shoulder blades, and do it one more time. Relax those shoulders and pin those shoulder blades. Okay, so we are extending. Your chest comes right up to the sky, and then bring yourself back. If you want to keep your head just like this, you can, and just move your sternum, your breastbone, or you can take your head as well. Okay, but what I'm not doing is taking it right back and just loosely dropping it off. So pushing through and then pulling. So now I want you to really think about using your tummy, okay? So here's your ribs, here's your hip bones, and when we come back again, you're really trying to pull those ribs to those hips there, okay? So you're here like this, you've pinned your shoulder blades, they stay pinned as you come up, and then they stay pinned as you pull. They stay pinned there. They stay pinned here. They stay here, and then really pulling my ribs to my hips. Up we go, and pulling those ribs to those hips. Come up really tall, stop. See if you can stay that tall as you sweep your arms forward, up, out, forward, up, out, forward, up, out, and then start bringing yourself down. So you're going to lie yourself all the way down. So go slowly, slowly down like this. And your chin tucks in. Your feet and knees are up, hip distance apart, knees at a right angle. And try to be very, very parallel. So a lot of people are kind of twisted or turned out. Stay very parallel. So I want you just to rock your pelvis like this. So just give it a good rock. So there's a gap under my back, it's not there. There's a gap, it's not there. My tailbone is down, my tailbone is up. My tailbone is down, my tailbone is up. Now push your tailbone down, which means you're tilting your pelvis that way. Okay, so you definitely have a gap under your back. If it's okay for your shoulders, put your fingers under there and pull all your buttons on. So really pulling through. Flatness is what you want. And you're bringing your right leg up to 90. Take it up to the sky. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is flicks. So your hamstrings join to your sit bones in your pelvis. And if you flick too far, you're going to just lift your tailbone and your butt right off. That's not the point. The idea is that you don't squash your fingers. You lower your leg and you flick up and you flick up. And this stays perfectly still. Neutral spine gap under your back. Number 5 coming now. And then place it down. Bring the other leg up. Just feel that tension where you're going to kick to. And then it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, you're going to do the same thing, but now you are pressing your back down, but make sure it's your ribs that are coming down, not your pelvis that's lifting up. So keep that tailbone down, press your ribs, hands beside you, palms up, and your right leg comes out, and you'll go a little bit further, but keep that tailbone connected. So shimmy it if you need to feel it on the ground, and then keep it there. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you cannot have a mobile spine and tight hamstrings without trouble, okay? So what you really need to do is balance out the two. So some people, when they bend over and touch the ground, it's all in their loose hamstrings and their back is really stiff, and other people have the reverse. So sometimes they have got this lovely flexible back and these tight runner's hamstrings, and so when they're standing up and touching the ground, they can get all the way down. But when they do this, they're stuck there. What you want to get to is that. Okay? Right. So what we're going to do is you've got your knees bent here. You're going to take your hands under the small of your back. This is whether you can do it or not without your hands. So everybody's doing it. I want you to press your back down. Squash those fingers, lift your head, lift your shoulders, and fold your ribs down onto your chest. So your hands are there to support you if you need a little bit of extra help in a minute. Otherwise, we're just really bringing those ribs right down to those hips. So 5 centimeters gap, 2 centimeters gap. Okay, so your hands are under. Squashing down first, you want to think really flat through your tummy. So then you nod your head up, come up, and sit all the way up and reach through. Hands go down, roll down, squash those hands. Okay, quite fast. Did you see that? Let's do it again. So you press it down, lift your head, lift your shoulders, ready. Push through your arms, pull on your tummy, and then down you roll. So when you're here, you don't want a gap under your back. You're squashing those fingers. Press down. Not up. Sweep through, sweeping, rolling, peeling back down. And here. We're going to do 5 more, guys. So keep your hands really squashed. Then bring yourself up. Through we go. And of course I've lost count, so let's just do 2 more. You really want to think that you're nodding your head, bringing yourself up, folding through the chest. So the last thing I want to do is to have this flat back hinge here, okay? So let's just do a few, let's do 5 more and make sure that we're not doing that So it's head, shoulders, fold, curve. Stay really low when you reach. Head, shoulders, 2, 3, 4, and really enjoy that, peeling down. 5. Great, bring your knees up onto your chest and rock from side to side. Place your feet down. Arms are like this. And we're going to pelvic tilt. I'm going to move my arms out of the way, so make sure that you can see, but keep your arms like that. So you've got a neutral spine gap under your back. Press your back down. Pull your tailbone up. Your whole pelvis is up, but your ribs are staying down. You want to feel that you're bending pretty much where your belly button line is. So across here, then come all the way down. Be able to put your fingers underneath. Squash those fingers. That's it. But of course your hands are here now. So you want to feel that this is 80% core, pulling through the front, and a little bit of butt squeeze. You do not want hamstring cramp. So the way to get rid of that is to pull more through your tummy, especially to start with. Really engage that. Then come on up and think about pressing down through your feet, even when you're only coming to your pelvic tilt here. So I'm still flat through my hips here, but I'm not coming up into a bridge. Remember, this is mobility. Okay, so press down and up, down we go, down and up, and down we go. And one more down, pressing your back down, lifting up and coming down. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to really slow it down, okay? So you're ready. You've got your neutral spine gap. You press your back down, pull your ribs down. Then you engage your core to lift up. Really slowly. Now let's do slowly down. So really slowly from these vertebrae down through your pelvis to your tailbone. And then you reverse it. So your tailbone very slowly lifts off. Then your pelvis. Your lower back is still down on the mat. And then down we go. Something to watch here is if your chin starts rising like this as you do it. So keep it tucked in. And then off we go, really slowly, pushing down through those feet, really pulling flat through your tummy. Down you go, all the way, and then we've got one more, slowly, 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 coming up to here, and slowly, slowly, slowly coming down. Straighten those legs, point and squeeze them, really squeeze them. Every muscle in those legs is working. Hands under the small of the back, unless you know that you can sit up with your arms here. Not here, guys, just here. Otherwise, I'm going to demonstrate this one. Press your back down, lift your head, lift your shoulders, fold through your chest, and sit yourself up. Okay, so you're flipping yourself over onto your hands and knees. Your hands are directly under your shoulders, so they're in quite close to each other. Have your fingers really outstretched, okay? Get that good stretch through your wrist. You're going to start by going up like this. It's all tummy. And then coming down. Keep your tummy on. Come on up slowly, slowly. And then come on down. Up slowly, slowly. And down we go. So you're going to take your right leg and stretch it right out like this. And your toe is just touching the mat. You're doing the same. You're coming up and you're coming down. It'll feel really odd. See if you can get as much mobility through your spine as you just did. So that's our number 3. Draw that leg in, take the other one out, and then it's up. Use your core. And here, strong shoulders throughout. Okay, so you're taking your right leg out, lifting it, make sure it's parallel. Don't twist at the hip, keep there, and you're seeing if you can do 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down, take the other leg out, and it's 3, 2, 1. And bring that leg down. Come into your Pilates rest position. Okay, so we're going to do scorpion tail. And so what it looks like is this. You come forward take your leg out, twist through your pelvis, bend your knee a little bit, and you're really pulling back. So if I come on an angle here, you want to be able to pull that knee right back. See how you could nearly not see my knee? I'm pulling so much. And then your knee is up high as well. Okay? So it's a dynamic move. Your rest position, your child's pose, crawl here, and that position's got a name. I can't remember what it's called. We'll call it leg out. And then bring it all the way back. Come down to here, your back is rounded. Come through to child's pose, your back is flat. Up to here, flat back, core on, leg out, and then your back is twisted. Twist as much as you can. And then bring it back down. Go through, back to here. Once more on that side. So we're up. Oh, I missed a point. Let's go back down. Curved. Child's pose. Then crawl. Imagine that I'm taking photos of each position. So get each position first. And then bring yourself down. Onto the other side now. So it's resting position. Child's pose. Crawl. Leg out. Twist into scorpion. And bring it down. Your back is curved. Your back is straight. It's straight, long, twisted. Okay, in that crawl position, try not to be sway back. Okay, so you're here, child's pose, up to crawl, your tummy is on. Take that leg out the back, twist, and bring yourself all the way back down. Okay, so we're going to do body waves. Hopefully you can sit like this. If you can't, put a cushion in here, enough padding so that your knees aren't sore, okay? You can do it from being up in this position here and do the same waves, all right, if you need to. So you're at the back of your mat. You're in a slight child's pose. Your toes are together, your knees are out. Your arms are very, very relaxed. And you're just going to drop your head, your shoulders, and reach right out and then bring it all back. So you see that little bounce I did to get that extension? Out we come. Get that extension. And bring yourself back. Head comes up last. Down we go. Okay, so we're going to bring your arms into it a bit more. So they're hanging down. You drop your head, your shoulders. Slide those hands forward. Then stretch right out. Like a cat waking up, and then curve yourself. The tailbone sits between those heels, and you roll yourself up, and then down you go. Really pulling on your tummy here, reaching right out. Keep that tummy on, and then use your tummy to pull you back. So you're pulling your pelvis back, tailbone tucking back down between those heels, and down we go. And reach right through, and then come all the way up. We're adding to it. Of course, all right? So just follow along. We're going to use volcano. So you're dropping your head, your shoulders, pulling on your core, coming down. See how close my head is to my knees? And then I'm stretching right out, sticking that tailbone right out the back. Tuck your toes, they're hip distance apart, and push back through those heels up into your volcano. Then down you come. Slide yourself back, have your head and shoulders the very last thing to come up. And again, it's head, shoulders, dropping down. You will want to close your eyes, it feels so good. Reach, 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 tuck your toes, push through those hands, tailbone to the sky, volcano. And then down we come. And you're going through the child's pose into this position, and it's all coming from my core. One more time, guys. So head, shoulders, down, reaching through. Then bring yourself up. Bring yourself down. You go through that child's pose, and then you just round yourself and peel yourself all the way up. So when we get to the top in volcano, we're going to do a scorpion tail. So we're doing that twist again, and we're going to do it just twice on each side. I think we'll alternate, all right? And we're also going to throw in an extension, Right, so just follow along. You are dropping your head, your shoulders, your head comes down onto the floor. You're stretching through for child's pose. And then you're bringing yourself through and doing a snake. Okay, bit of a nose through there, but really slow. Take your toes in, bring yourself back to volcano, and take that right leg up, twist at the hips, and rotate through. Your back leg, your heel is down if you can get it. It's straight, and this knee is up, up, up. And then bring yourself down. Bring your knees down. You go to child's pose and pull, pull, pull yourself back. Peel yourself all the way up and off to the other side. So down we go. So this is quite athletic, guys. You can hear in my voice that I'm working hard. And up we go. Do the best that you can. Make sure your shoulders aren't sore. Just modify it if you need to. And then your left leg comes up and twists. Now those of you who are doing the splits challenge, you'll see that leg go higher and higher. It's a great move, that scorpion volcano leg up for working those muscles. Now drag yourself, drag that tailbone down. And come on up, we've got one more each side here, really. Head, shoulders, reaching through. Reach through, do that stretch. And then through we come. You can just rest on your tummy here if you need to. Then push yourself up and back we go. Leg comes up, twist. And then bring it back and down. Don't know what I was doing there, that's okay. You can make it as fancy as you like. And then last one on the other side. Down we come. Went all primal on you for a moment there. Back to your volcano. Leg up, twist, and scorpion tail. That is a great stretch. Place it down. Knees come down. You're going through child's pose, dragging yourself and coming back up. Step your legs forward. And we're going to do bow and arrow. This is our last move. Toes together. Stay there. And if you really pull on that bow, you can usually get your shoulders so much further around. And then reaching. And bring yourself back. Tummy is on. You're sitting as tall as you can. Bow. And reach. And back once more. Bow. And reach. And back and bow. And reach and back. Lift those legs, flex those feet, pull on that core, come into your forward fold, relaxing that head down, and then chest presses, head comes up, mid-chin, eyes, remember, and then sit yourself up really, really tall. Well done.